Picture this. The year is 1916, and a young British officer named J.R.R. Tolkien is standing in the middle of World War I, watching the world fall apart. He is not famous yet. He is not a legend yet. He is just a man trying to survive. Tolkien fought in the Battle of the Somme, one of the deadliest battles in human history. The trenches were soaked in mud, fear, and exhaustion. Men disappeared in seconds. Friends he grew up with, laughed with, and planned the future with were suddenly gone. And while the war was destroying everything around him, something else was happening inside his mind. Tolkien had always loved myths, ancient languages, and old heroic legends. But the war changed the way he saw those stories. Suddenly, the idea of good versus evil was not just a fantasy. It was real. It was personal. During the war, Tolkien got sick with trench fever, a brutal illness caused by lice and filthy conditions. It knocked him out of active combat and sent him back home to recover. And that is when the world of Middle-earth truly began to grow. While his body was recovering, his imagination was wide awake. He started writing stories about elves, dark powers, fallen kingdoms, and brave people forced to carry impossible burdens. These were not just adventure tales. They were shaped by what he had seen: the endless marching, the ruined landscapes, the feeling that the world was hanging by a thread, the way ordinary people were asked to do extraordinary things. Tolkien did not write Lord of the Rings in the trenches like a movie scene, but the war planted the seed. It gave him the darkness, the loss, and the weight behind his world. And years later, when he finally wrote The Lord of the Rings, it carried the shadow of that war in every chapter. Because one ring to rule them all was not just a cool line, it was the kind of power Tolkien knew could destroy everything. And the reason his story feels so real is because it was born from a time when the real world felt like it was ending.